At Hirata, we are working to overcome various challenges and achieve innovation through digital transformation of our floor-level processes. One of our efforts in DX is the robot cable simulation, which will be introduced in this video. In our past validations using actual robots, we were faced with the following challenges. Challenge 1. Long lead time. Originally conducted with the use of actual robots, this validation process required 3 members, a robot operator, mechanical engineer, and a cable wiring personnel, taking around 3 to 10 days for completion. Challenge 2. Concerns for wire damage caused by cable interference and rubbing cables. Lack of proper cable management will lead to a lack of or an excessive cable length, which could impact the surrounding equipment. Any damage inflicted on equipment or cables could cause machine downtime or even production downtime. Making predictions on cables that move flexibly along with the robot motions was a difficult task even for a well-experienced engineer. These challenges were overcome by the implementation of the robot cable simulation. Progress 1. Pre-validating the cable routes on PC. The robot cable simulation made it possible to conduct validations prior to the fabrication of the actual robot, a task that was previously difficult to achieve. The capability to accurately simulate the flexible movement of the cables on a PC made it possible to determine the proper cable length and routing in a virtual setting. Furthermore, it allows for simultaneous validation of multiple cable routes throughout the entire robot motion. The capability to set various routes for comparison aids the process of defining the most desirable cable routing. In addition to cable length and routing, it can also validate the proper angles to fix the cables at. Making adjustments for the angles to fix the mounted cables was one of the most time-consuming processes. By utilizing the cable simulation, this can now be validated prior to the fabrication of the actual robot. Progress 2. Implementing the retractable cable system. Traditionally, the prominent method taken when there was a need for flexible cable length was to leave extra length. However, this method would create potential risks for cable damage and rubbing. In order to achieve zero risk for equipment breakdown and production downtime caused by excess cable length, the retractable cable system has been implemented at Hirata. This will minimize cable sagging while allowing for the cables to flexibly stretch out when needed. The cable simulation is also capable of conducting validations for the extension and retraction motions of the retractable cable system. With this, it is now possible to perform product design and validation in a virtual environment. This capability to mimic the motions of the actual robot in a simulation makes it possible to predict any cable interference with surrounding structures on PC. Furthermore, the degree of cable wrapping on the robot arm can also be considered in a virtual setting, which will visualize any lack of or excessive cable length before the robot is fabricated. Implementation of the cable simulation and retractable cable system had the following effects. Effect 1. Reduction of lead time. The validation process, which took 3 engineers working from 3 to 10 days for completion on an actual robot, is now reduced to 1 engineer working on simulations for an average of 120 minutes with the implementation of the cable simulation. This means a 90% reduction in hours spent for this process, which lightens the workload for the engineers who would otherwise be working on this for several days. Additionally, securing the time to make proper adjustments has been contributing to our improved product quality as well as shorter lead times. Effect 2. Optimization of cable routing. Ideal cable management is now possible, which mitigates risks of cable damage, as well as breakdown or downtime of equipment caused by cable interference, therefore achieving improved production uptime. As covered in this video, Shorter lead time, improvement in quality, and increased customer satisfaction of Hirata's manufacturing equipment is supported by our utilization of the robot cable simulation. At Hirata, we will work to quickly resolve the increasingly sophisticated and diverse challenges that our customers face, and we will provide our customers with the best solution for their needs.